Today, I'm finally going to reseal my 120 gallon marine land fish tank. I spent numerous hours, just an hour here, hour there, getting all the old caulking and sealant or whatever out of in between the cracks. As you can see, I did the entire bottom edge, all corners, everything but the top. The top should be all right. It seems firm. Not worried about that. There's the bottom. Took the bottom off. Tools primarily used were the razors. Used the putty knives to get the bottom off to help with that. Just cleaned it with some generic glass cleaner, Windex, whatever. Looking good and ready to seal finally. So initially I had bought this to seal just a corner, thinking that that would fix it. Sealing just the corner did not work. So moving on to the GE all-purpose 100% silicone, going with clear. It was the best rated on the forums, so that's what I'm going to use. Don't have my caulking gun, but just a typical caulking gun to use this. Squeeze it in there. I'll come back to that later. To get that caulking out of the crack between the front and the bottom, it looks as the front is fused to the side and the bottom is fused to the side, but the front and the bottom are not fused together. That's where it's hard to get the sealant out. So to do that, I took, see if I can prop the camera up here. Take the rag. This is just a microfiber cloth of sorts, just whatever you can find cheap at the hardware store or whatnot. Shove it through. Of course, you got to clear a spot to get it through first, but once you get that, you can put it in there. I soaked it with Goof Off. Probably heard of it. It's good for getting adhesives and things off. So just spray it all along there. Get the cloth wet. Rub it up and down. Scrape, rub, scrape. There we go. Spray it. Rub it up and down. You know, back and forth. Then I just push it up to the side. Grab a razor. Scrape away. Just keep scraping. Keep spraying. It'll come off. Got my caulking gun with the GE 100% silicone. The sides and whatnot are pretty simple. I noticed when I was doing these bottoms, I have not finished this side yet. I'm trying to get a good view, but you can kind of, I pushed the caulk in from the outside. You really can't tell what's going on there. Yeah, you can kind of see the caulk there now. It's oozing to the inside, whereas this side I did it from the inside, and I'm getting little air pockets between the inside and the outside layer. So what I've been doing is anywhere I see an air bubble, let's see, like here for example, I believe, I'm just kind of sticking the knife in there, moving the caulking around, get that air pocket out of there, make sure there's plenty of sealant, no air. Alright, I've sealed my aquarium. It's a little messy in some spots, but the front and back had the largest gap, actually the only gap really. The rest is fused together. This side looks good, doesn't seem like there's any air bubbles or anything. Maybe slight in the corners. I'll probably touch that up here in a sec. This side had a few air bubbles. I got the majority of them out. There still might be a few, but I've got it thick enough on the inside as well that I think I'll be okay. Next step is, well, it's already starting to dry. I wasn't sure if I'm gonna wait for it to dry to put this on, you know, the bottom piece, or if I will just do it now. I'll probably just do it now, actually. Anyway, that's that. Okay, I've touched up my corners and ran another little bead of caulking down either side, the front and the back. Put on the bottom piece. It seems to be kind of sticking in place already, so probably just flip it over, let the weight of the tank hold itself in place, and so there you go. I have finished sealing and cleaning up any excess sealant on my 120-gallon aquarium. It's looking pretty good here, nice and clean. Next step will be to put a little bit of water in here. If it doesn't leak out the bottom, I'll go ahead and fill it up. Okay, I filled my 120-gallon tank with water. Seems to be holding. I only put a couple inches at first for a few days. It held, so I filled it up. It's been another day and a half, 2 days or so. Looks good, no leaks.